Okay, I will in a second. Okay, here we go. I want to make a quick statement on spin theory, precession, and what we one of the fundamentals of how you are going to have a difficult time getting around butterfly. How we're going to have a difficult time getting around this. Okay, let's start our discussion here off with some basic observations and how they're very difficult to get around. One, we'll start with Copernicus, and I always like doing a historical approach. Copernicus, with his view that certain stars, like everybody had known, the Greeks had known it, and they gave these stars certain names. These stars were the wandering stars of the heavens. They were known and given the Greek name planet. Okay, now Copernicus put a description to why these stars would be wanderers of the sky and other stars would not wander around in the sky. And he came up with, of course, as we know it today, an explanation for the solar system. What we're going to do is we're going to make a basic statement here of observation. And this is a fundamental observation based on what we know of the physics of the Earth and the operations of the Earth. And that would be, we view as Copernicus in the sky, we can see it happen every day, all day long and all night long in front of us, and that is the moon. It moves around the Earth in an arc. And of course we know this as fact. And what we're seeing when we see the moon move around the Earth, we are seeing a mass that looks very much as a mass in precession. That is, a mass as big as the moon, made up of many millions of parts, billions of parts, is in a very fundamental motion that we view here on the Earth, and that is precession. We could easily state that the mass of the moon, or a good portion of that mass of the moon, over 51% we could say, is in precession around the Earth. Those atoms of the moon and the elements of the moon are being affected by the Earth. And we know this is so because we can see the moon, and if you're on the moon you can see the Earth. So we know that they're trading mass and energy, and basically mass energy is the same. So what we can easily now fundamentally state, and it's going to be hard to get around, is our observations of the moon is of an object in precession around the Earth. And the observation of the Earth to its motion around the sun is an observation of a mass in precession around the sun. And we could say that the mass of the particles on the moon are in a precessive mode around the Earth, and the mass of the Earth, a very good portion of that mass, is in precession around the sun. Now that's pretty fundamental. I don't know how much more fundamental you could stay. Now people could try to defeat that logic or defeat that observation, but that's what we observe. That's the only explanation, and that's as fundamentally basic in motion as we can get. And we know that these motions occur, and we can pretty well assume that that motion is being carried out by what we see in front of us. What's the old statement? If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Okay, that's enough on this one, and we're going to try and formulate a few other different approaches to this. Okay, that's precession of an object around another object because of what we know as gyroscopic spin. Thank you.